Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, the show where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and introduce you to the pioneers and the founders of the space. Today, we have seen a major market collapse, one that we haven't seen in years. I'm joined with Simon from Solana Identity. Simon, thanks for joining us today on this rather peak Monday.
Bro, it's a blood. I'm good, man. GM, thanks for the invite. Happy to be here. And this day is crazy, man. Like I've been up last night until 3 a.m. just watching my liquidations pouring in. So it's been a crazy 24 hours. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are in the same boat. There's an article that we'll read later on in today's live stream as well. But basically, there was over $1 billion of liquidations over the last 24 hours, which is absolutely crazy. A lot of people losing out. So don't worry if you're listening in, you've been liquidated, been on the wrong side of the trade. There's lots of people with you. But me and Simon are here today. We're going to go through what's happened in the overall market, how that's affected the crypto market. We're going to, as always, place a trade as well. We're going to look at the outlook for the market as well, and then tie in with what Simon's building on Solana and also why the Solana ecosystem is so cool. Simon, I met you now back in Dubai, I believe it was, at the Solana event there. But if you could let the audience know, how was your journey into Web3 and how did you come about the Solana ecosystem?
Yes, sir. Actually, Solana was my very first experience in Web3. I remember I was trading on Radium. Like that was my first degen thing I ever did on crypto. So it was literally Radium on Solana trading. Back then it was Hawkside. Maybe some people know the coin. Actually, great people. I met them as well here in Asia. They're from the Philippines. And I bought Hawkside and I opened the liquidity pool and I touched DeFi. You know, like I touched it for the first time, and I was like. I had that moment, and we all had it, where we're like, okay, wait a second. There's no bank, there's no middleman here. You know, I can literally just buy assets and trade them. You know, like stock market. I come from financial services, TradFi history. I studied finance at a very standard university. Every one of my friends goes into IB, investment banking, consultancy, like all the corporate jobs, right? That was my journey, and then I found DeFi, right? And that's when it happened, man. That's when it clicked for me, and I was like, okay, if I can send money from A to B, from one side of the world to the other side of the world, in 2 seconds with like fucking 0.00 whatever fee, that is pretty cool. Over the weekend, no bank holidays. when I saw that caught me, and then I got sucked in. Basically, that's how it started.
The only thing, Simon, I've got to say is, your journey compared to your friends have the weekend off. You are 24/7. So you definitely got the freedom of crypto, but your friends from university, at least they get the weekends off. But we love it, huh? This is what it's about. We like staying up on a Sunday night watching the price come down. This is what we're in it for, guys. Simon, we will discuss Solana Identity a little bit later in the stream because there's some super cool things to let the audience know. I'm sure a few of them have seen it before as well. So I'm looking forward to digging deep into Solana Identity. But first, let's have a look at the market. Let's have a look. We're going to the news stories here, but let's just have a quick look at the general market. We've got Bitcoin down at 51K. This was below $50,000 this morning. I can actually pull it up on TradingView here, actually. So let's pull it up on TradingView.
Cool.
And we've got this big CME gap open right here as well at 62,000. It left, there it closes on the Sunday and then straight back down here. As you can see, guys, from the indicator as well, the Stonksy indicator called this short perfectly, called it at 68,000. If you had held that all the way down, let's see how far we went down, 49,000. What's your opinion right now? Everyone's calling, what do they think the next direction is? What are you looking at currently, or are perhaps you looking at the greater macro impact right now?
I think it's like we've been here, right? Like we always, when it happens, we always like, oh my God, like the world is going under. But we've been here before. Obviously, today was a pretty intense day. Like the drawdown today is it's not normal. But then you zoom out and you look at what happens in the world. in the world, and then it kind of makes sense to you because there was so much shit going on. It started with Friday. We're going to touch on the news probably as well. It started with the economic reports in the US. Then we had Berkshire Hathaway over the weekend. Now we have Japan experiencing their biggest drawdown on stock markets since 1987, I think, which is
Crazy.
ridiculous. So we have so much shit like piling up on each other. And then we're looking right now, we're looking at a risk on assets still. We're looking at Bitcoin, which is still classified as more risky than tech stocks. Check the tech stocks. Check what they did, right? So let's not expect that Bitcoin is gonna, hold any lines here. I didn't expect this to drop that much. Like it went down definitely more than I expected. I think we could see one more low. Definitely, I think the 40K region, mid 40K region is something that could still happen. So I'm personally still afraid of opening longs right now. But I think definitely we're going to turn around again. Just a couple of weeks ago, we all talked about the banana zone and how we're going to fly to the moon soon. Let's not stop talking about this.
No, I agree. I think, we've been talking about Japan and the problems going on there for a few weeks now. I mentioned it on stream, and crypto saving experts have been putting out articles about how Japan's been struggling. And I spoke to someone today, actually Hugo, in the chat here. He has a family member who works for Deutsche Bank, and they apparently they turned around and said, this was all priced in. This was expected. It has been a big drop. As we can see from this post here, you mentioned the stock market there, Simon. We've got Nvidia is down 15%, Tesla down 12%. Apple's down 10.5%, Facebook the same, Microsoft 10%, Amazon 10%, Google is down 10%. How often do you see that, Simon?
Yeah, that's double digits in the stock market and in a single day. Like this is crazy. Like this is not Bitcoin. This is normally what Bitcoin does in a bad day.
Yeah, if this was the crypto chart, we'd be discussing this as a bad day, let alone what we're actually seeing right now. If I pull over to this news story right here, it gives a little bit more explanation. So what is going on? Bitcoin dominance jumped crypto in the crypto crash. So crypto has been in free fall over the past week, dropping from 70K to a low of 49,351 this morning. So in the early hours of the morning, Bitcoin dropped below 50,000 for the first time since February, falling to a low of 49,351 before rebounding its current level of 52,700. So we can see here Bitcoin dominance has surged to 58% amid a collapse in both altcoin and stock markets, which has wiped out over 17% of the cryptocurrency market capitalization. And see the total market cap of cryptocurrencies has dropped from 2.5 trillion at the end of July to around 1.76 trillion on the 5th of August. So yeah, this is a huge drop. We haven't even mentioned Ethereum here, but Ethereum is really struggling right now, Simon. I think Solana perhaps is holding up a little. Let's have if we go back to the market. Is it just as bad? Let's have a look.
It's just as bad. Yeah, if you put them next to each other.
So we got 40% for the 7 days, so not great there. But yeah, exactly the same, pretty much. We got 22% there, 21% for Solana. It's I'm surprised to see Bitcoin dominance has held up so well. I think some of these altcoins I was expecting perhaps they would get away with it. We can see Tong coins. I know they've got an event over in Taiwan at the moment, holding up slightly. Let's have a quick look at the top losers from the top 100 here, Simon. So we've got Lido DAO, 30%, Curve DAO, Bit DAO, Chainlink. Any that surprise you there, Simon?
I mean, all the alts are going to bleed to death. Like in a market like this right now, it's so uncertain. Like when you see Bitcoin pulling down such a big red candle, like if you look the 4-hour chart right now on Bitcoin, just looks super ugly. Like no way that any of the alts will hold a good level here. So I think it's pretty. What I see right here is exactly what I would expect for them to do, right? And it's blue chip projects, like it's huge projects. They have they have great product, and for me this looks like great buying opportunities right now, like especially this view here.
We've got Peter in the comments here saying, minor correction has to happen for a healthy run. What's your opinion on that? Were you expecting this? What kind of price corrections do you think are healthy and present a good opportunity?
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word healthy today, honestly. Like I'm a very optimistic guy normally, but I had my target levels of the pull down, like of the pullback, on BTC and Solana. I'm watching those mainly, and it definitely crashed through them. Like it went through them like Swiss cheese, like through my resistances. Like I usually define some Fibonacci levels and some structural resistances in the charts that I was looking for. And Bitcoin just slashed all of them, and Solana for sure. Like my last hope was that Solana will hold at 121 dollars, but it also slashed through that, and now it's kind of in the free fall, like in this kind of limbo zone where you don't really know if it's going to drop more or if it's going to go up again. We could see $109 on Sol, but I don't think it's not healthy because we are too close to bear market territory right now. So we need to get out of there soon.
We've got Mango Penguins making a great point here. You know, it's a crash in the stock market. It's opening $3 trillion down. It's going to be a bloodbath. I pulled up the Solana chart here. Look, we can see we were all the way up at kind of 190, even at 192, 193.
Yeah,
all the way down. I think the low here was just below 110.
110,
so
not
looking good. Yeah. But once again, the indicator here has called it perfectly, guys. If you want to check out Stonksy, make sure you join CSC Plus. Description in the link in the description below, guys. We've got Mango Penguin also saying Solana will be lucky to see $300 this run. We'll touch on a little bit more of Solana and the outlook of Solana later in the stream, but I think there's a lot of promising things. So as long as this bloodbath doesn't go on for months and years, I think Solana at $300 is very possible. We've got Mango saying it will never hit 1K. There's a lot of people that will argue that. I'm sure Simon probably would argue that as well. We've got Block Pro here saying it is from a TA point a retest for most unexpected.
Yeah.
But let's have a look at another news story of today. Let me just pull this up. This talks about the liquidations that we mentioned earlier. So crypto liquidations surge past 1 billion as Asia faces market turmoil. Turmoil in Monday's Asian trading session in the traditional markets has spilt over to crypto, with 276,100 traders liquidating for a total of 1 billion. So in particular, the Nikkei and Topix indexes fell by 12.5% and 12.23%, the most significant single-day drop since the Black Monday of 1987. The Nikkei lost 4,451.28 points, the largest in its history. We've also got South Korea here, has also experienced an 8.77 drop. What do you think the problem is, within Asia right now, Simon? Why are they struggling so much? And has this been something that you've been keeping an eye on? You are out in Asia as well at the moment. A lot of people have been saying that the bull market will start in the East, but right now it looks like the bear market is starting in the East.
I mean, Japan it looks really bad right now. I think overall Asia did have a really tough year this year. But for me, I think it's more like a bump in the road, I would say. I'm still bullish on Asian markets. Maybe Japan is a bit special. They've always been a bit secluded, doing their own financial policies that are kind of off the standard. But yeah, I haven't seen that crash coming, and I think no one has. And I think the global implications also of the Japanese market crashing is quite big right now, and we experience it right now.
This article makes a good point here. It says it could get worse with the American session of trading. We are slightly ahead at the moment. I believe the American session will begin in about an hour and a half. Exactly, maybe 3 hours or so. It's saying here, however, the over 1 billion in one-day liquidations might increase should the sea of red in the Asian trading session spill over into the American trading session. The one-day Bitcoin USDT chart below shows that Bitcoin has instantly entered bear territory below the 50-day, 100-day, and 200-day moving average. The Stonksy indicator also entered bearish territory below the zero line, and its momentum has turned dark red. This is something that we've got to keep an eye on. Will you be looking to enter a trade, Simon, or are you hanging up your trading boots for the week?
No, for the week, no, man. For the day, yes. But I think we should pay close attention where it goes next. I want to see what happens when US opens. Honestly, like I'm curious what you think, but like for me, it's really hard to see because either they will keep panic selling and it's gonna dump more everything, or they start FOMOing in because everything is so cheap, and they will
Yeah.
start to open longs. Like it depends also a lot on the news from the Fed. I think what they would say. There's an emergency meeting coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
So
so.
to
Maybe that's
discuss the Japan interest rates and but yeah, it's
Mm.
it's gonna be a tough one. I think let me as always we like to put a trade on the live stream. I would love to go long, but I'm thinking this may go further short, Simon. What's your thinking behind this? And chat, let me know. I know we've got Block Pro in the chat as well. Let me know. Should I go long or short on Solana right now? I feel like it
the
could
thing
be
is
down
thing
here.
is right now it's already super low. Like right
Yeah.
now, if you want to do it's a short trade, right? You won't leave it open for long, huh?
No, it's going to be a short trade. Let's have a look at the 5 minute chart here. The
Exactly.
5 minute chart is actually on the Stonksy indicator is coming back up to a perhaps bullish sentiment there. It's a
But
little bit
that's
difficult.
really
What we got in
the thing is
what we got in the chat? We've got Block Pro saying no trade is also a trade. Come on, Block Pro. I want to put on for the people. I want to put on for the listeners. I'm willing to take a loss for your
don't do
entertainment.
that
Go
at home though. Don't
don't,
do that
don't,
at
yeah,
home.
I do not financial advice. We've got
No.
Hugh here saying short until 90. We've got
Oof.
Peter saying just buy Sol and hang on tight, 6x for sure by the end of the ball. I agree, Peter. You know, I've got a lovely Sol bag that I love topping up and looking after. But right now, I'm looking for a trade. Yeah, I'm a little bit indecisive, but hey, let's go. Let's do a quick short position. Let's go 20x, buy it off the market, and let's just go 50 Sol short.
50
And
soul.
yeah. That's with the 20x, so it's not
Okay.
not
I was like,
it's
okay,
not a
20x
huge
and
position.
50 soul.
This
Let's
is
go.
not a huge position here, so let's go short, and we'll
Nice.
catch up with that trade at the end of today. But Simon, let's talk about Solana identity. Let me just pull up the website here, and if you could give the listeners right now some background on Solana identity and the reason behind why you created the company with your other co-founder, and what's the end goal with Solana identity here?
Definitely. So let me start with the end goal. We're trying to revolutionize how advertisement is being done in the internet, basically, because my co-founder, Pierre, who has a very important part in the company as well, he has led his own performance marketing agency for a long time. He knows the ins and outs of marketing in Web2. He knows how Facebook works and what Facebook knows about us. And he knows exactly what you can do in advertisement with Facebook and how little privacy we have and how much they know about us. And this is okay, like this is just how it works. But the Web2 model is just fucked up because we basically give our data away for free. We kind of sell our soul without anything in return, no financial value in return, and all we get is free apps, right? And with Solana ID, we're trying to turn the tables. We're trying to loop in the user into the monetization of the data exchange. So Solana ID is basically your data backpack right now, focused on the Solana ecosystem, obviously, where you can enrich your crypto wallet with personal data points and then expect perks in return. Because now advertisers or D apps, they know more about you. They can target your attention better, and they will try to capture your attention by giving you discounts, airdrops, whitelist spots. They will try to identify you as a genuine user, power user for their application, and give you some perks. So in a short sentence, Solana ID helps the user to just get more value from their crypto wallet by adding data points to their wallet, and everything while maintaining privacy, because that's integral to us. Like, we literally don't want you to get exposed with your real ID linked to your wallet. So everything we do is always based on zero knowledge proofs. So all Web2 data links we do, if it's social media or something, we never really pull the data and store it anywhere. We just take a ZK proof that you own a Twitter account, that you have a certain follower account, or that you have the Discord role that you claim to have. We get that proof, and then we push it to the verifier. So it's a really nice model to maintain privacy, but still enable more customized, targeted marketing and user flows in Web3, which is still a problem because for dApps, everyone is the same. Everyone is like a private crypto wallet. They have no idea who they're serving. So dApps are literally serving strangers, which is weird because where we come from and like Web2 is serving customers. You have a user profile. They know shit about you so they can tailor the experience. It feels better when you use it. In crypto, it's still broken. So right now we're first trying to solve it for crypto, right? And then we're trying to put that model out there as the status quo for marketing in the internet.
Amazing. And Simon, what was one of the main reasons that you chose the Solana network and you stuck with it, and you're focused on not only building Solana identity but also building and engaging with Solana and the foundation?
Yeah, look, like we've been building in the digital identity space for a while now. It's like we started before last year to do a lot of R&D in digital ID, and we were in different chains. We did it on some smaller layer one chains. A big chain that helped us a lot is called Concordium. They are very focused on identity. They helped us a lot with grants and research to kind of get to our goal. We tried some stuff on Ethereum. We worked with Polygon. Like we did all that stuff. But then there were two main reasons that brought us to Solana. One, they don't have a nice identity solution, or they don't have anyone that does something similar than we do right now on Solana. So it's kind of a blue ocean for us, like strategically, less competition. That's why we went full on Solana. And the second reason is they also have the users and the apps already that we need. We need users and apps to serve because now we have the solution. We're pushing the product out. But if you're on an empty layer one, no one gives a shit. And even on Solana, which is one of the most trafficked blockchain, it's still a niche chain, right? You still have to fight for your users. So we had to go somewhere where it's action, like where you have action. And those two reasons, competition and just the market, made us double down on Solana. Then we got a small backing from the foundation. They don't have their own identity endeavors right now. They did some research in that direction, but I think we have a very good fit to basically build the flagship ID protocol on Solana, have nice use cases around it, help projects to do efficient airdrop campaigns, help NFTs to do better whitelisting. Like everything needs to be refined in crypto. Right now, there's a lot of shit that still needs to be solved, and Solana ID can create a lot of use cases on top of these problems.
Amazing. And I've noticed, and I've seen you at a lot of the Solana events worldwide. I've seen that you at the Solana Villa in Dubai. You're part of Super Team Spokans, and you're very well connected, not only in Europe, but like you said, Dubai, and even in Asia here as well. Which I think is is a compliment to Solana as well, because Solana is so worldwide right now, makes it easier. As I can see, I've pulled up here the Sol ID priority pass. Could you give us a bit more information regarding the priority pass here?
Yeah, man, that's actually, like, we're super excited that we pushed this out. It just launched last week, so this is very recent. Like this week, we wanted to double down on the marketing, and then the fucking market crashed, and everyone's talking about BTC going down. So now we're kind of we're a little bit more quiet. We're going to be delayed a bit the announcements and everything. But the priority pass essentially is a waiting list to claim your Solana ID once it's live. So the lower your lane number on the waiting list, the earlier you will be able to claim your Solana ID, and the earlier you will be able to get the perks that the Solana ID will give you. That is the one thing. It's a waiting list. But we already implemented some kind of proof of concept features in the priority pass. It's not just a waiting list. You can also do some zero knowledge proofs and add them to your priority pass. You can verify that you hold a Twitter account, a Discord account. You can verify that you have an email, and all this stuff adds credibility to you as a user, right? You're most likely a human if you do a zero knowledge proof of your Twitter account. It's very hard for a bot to do that. And this way you can basically skip lanes, and you can jump up the list, the waiting list, and get a better spot. And then we divided the waiting list in 4 categories. We call them boarding groups. And the better your boarding group, the higher airdrop allocation of our own airdrop you will get, and some more perks that we will announce for lower pass numbers. So I can tell everyone it is really worth it to have a low lane number on the priority pass. The earlier you sign up, the more verifications you have, and the more referrals you make, the lower your lane number is going to be. And maybe the last cool feature, we also split the minting fee with the referrer. So the priority pass costs between $5 and $7 to mint. So it's pretty cheap compared to the perks you will get. But if you refer me with your referral link after you claimed your own pass, you will get half of the minting fee, 0.01 Sol. Actually, starting in like 2 hours, you will get 0.02 Sol for 48 hours. We give the 100% of the minting fee, and then we already have people that made like $100 just from referring people with the priority pass. So it's definitely worth to claim your own one and then push your link around with your friends. Spread the word because we're just getting started here.
Definitely, we've definitely got some referral kings in the chat. I see Tomo, who I will just load up on screen as well. He's the referral king. So I know a lot of you out there are brilliant with referrals. You're in many groups. So take a look at Solana Identity. We do have their @, and make sure to go follow them. We've got @Simon there as well, and @Solana Identity, guys. So make sure to go give them a follow. But yeah, I think we'll wrap up here today. We'll have a quick look how my trade is doing, Simon.
That's not too bad, no?
Hey, we're in profit. Let's go, guys. Yeah. We're in $100 profit, 110. Whoa. Let's move that. Bosh.
Nice.
Don't have to worry. We've got the profit. Cheers, guys. I appreciate all your help, Simon. Thanks for helping me with that trade. And hopefully we'll see some more of Simon. Perhaps even this week, because we are actually in Thailand together at the moment. So we're going to be we're going to be focused on the markets, guys. We're going to be focused on content. We've got to get past this little rough patch. Hopefully it's a little rough patch, but it could be a bloodbath. But there's always opportunity even in a bloodbath, guys. So stay hungry, stay active, make sure you're consuming as much news, as much crypto content as possible, and we'll make it through this bad time together. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Simon.